What up, though, y'all? It's Chris, broadcasting you from Killer Cali. Got to talk about Dr. Umar, man. This guy, he knows how to stay in the algorithm, for better or for worse. It's almost impressive because he really does know how to lean into controversy. He don't do a whole lot of talking, responding to people and their belief that he's a scammer or any of that sort of stuff. He just continues to do what it is that he doing, regardless of who got to say about it. There's a certain respect I have for it. I mean, I don't appreciate what he's doing, but there's a certain level of respect that I have for somebody that just really ignores all the noise and continues to press on what it is that they trying to do. In his case, he's still trying to grift. All right, he's trying to raise a few dollars for what he claims is for his school. He's claiming that now, if you donate $500, you get a dinner with him at a restaurant of your choosing. Now, $500 is not a whole lot of money, so I'm wondering how that's gonna work. It can't really be. It can't really be a restaurant of your choosing, because if you're giving him $500 and you don't live in the same state as him, he has to catch a flight there, right? A flight could be, depending on what airline he's trying to take, a few $100s, right? And then now out of that 500, you have to dine. You know what I'm saying? So when he's done paying for the flight and he's done paying for the meal, what does he have left out of that 500 to put towards his cause? So I'm not so sure about this cause, man. This seems kind of sus to me. $500 and you get a dinner with the doctor at a restaurant of your choosing. I really don't know how successful this is going to be, because as I said to y'all before, sisters don't really mess with Dr. Umar like that. You know what I mean? Like, they like all that simp stuff that he be saying. My black queen, beautiful, black queens forever, snow buddies never. They love all that simp stuff that he be saying. But sisters don't really find Dr. Umar to be physically desirable. He's a bit chubby, not exactly handsome. The haircut that he does, that kind of nappy dread look that he doing, that's not really it either. The clothes that Dr. Umar be wearing, I don't really know any sisters personally that would find that look, to be overwhelming with swag. So just Dr. Umar as a whole, just presentation wise, I don't really know any sisters that would be like, oh, I want to go on a date with him or whatever. Even if, especially paying $500. Like, I just don't see it, man. They can go out on a date with a dude that they really attracted to and pay nothing, or they can pay $500 to go out on a date with Dr. Umar, a dude that they love the stuff he say, but just, there's an absence of physical attraction there. I mean, y'all seen it for yourselves, and this isn't me being funny. He got kind of exposed not too long ago for dealing with this chick, dealing with that chick, and, kind of doing them dirty. The women that got revealed, those wasn't no baddies. With respect to them, they were very much women that he qualifies for. That's the gentlest way I could put it, and not seem like I'm trying to be funny in any way. The women were very much women that Dr. Umar would qualify for, so it wasn't anything crazy. So I really don't know how successful this is gonna be, y'all. Like, just keeping it a buck. I really don't see how some might be like, oh, well, but sisters love scammers, but sisters love deadbeat dads. I've heard that argument be made because, this is a man who has said on many occasions about how black men need to step up and be providers and leaders of their community and whatnot, teach the next generation all of that good stuff. And I don't disagree with that. As much as I may not care for Dr. Umar and the stuff that he's been doing when it comes to this school, I have nothing against him personally. Let me just say that. I have nothing against Dr. Umar as a man. What I don't care for is the way the school shenanigans has rolled out. I think he's been dishonest about it. But for somebody who pushes that, all that talk about being pillars of your community and whatnot, bro, you can't be making baby mamas out here. And you certainly can't have daughters that you being deadbeat dads to. Like, you can't be like, I'm the Prince of Pan-Africanism and all this sort of stuff. You have to walk the walk. You can't just talk the talk. If you're going to tell other people that this is the way they need to be, this is the way that they need to move, you too have to already be moving that way. So telling other black men that they need to do better, they need to do better by our queens and all this and that, and you got two baby mamas out there that you really are doing nothing for. You got two daughters out there. For as much as you talk about black queens and all, you got two black queens, right? By your own definition, you got two black queens, and they don't know their daddy. I mean, your eldest daughter, not only was she on social media seemingly crashing out on you due to some deep-seated anger and hostility towards you for not being there, but then she on some, rainbow stuff too. And I know you can't like that. So you can't be like, you against these things, you against the rainbow stuff and all that. And then you got a daughter that many would say only ended up on that side of sexuality, if you will, because of a lack of a strong father being around. So you just got all these components going on with Dr. Umar, and I just don't know, man. So now this is the latest one. Dude wants you to pay him to sit down for a meal. And obviously this is a grift aimed at the sisters, because I can't see any dudes willing to pay $500 to sit down with Dr. Umar. I mean, I can't see no chicks wanting to do it either, but I especially can't see no dudes wanting to sit down and have a meal with him, because if it's a man, let's say hypothetically, a man took him up on his offer. Yep, I'm gonna donate you the $500, and you ain't even gotta pay for my meal, dude. I just want to sit down and kick it with you for a bit. Would he even show up? Because a man is gonna hold him accountable. A man is gonna want answers for some of the stuff that he been doing. A man is gonna want answers for some of the stuff that he been saying. A man is gonna be like, bro, how are you critical of other black men doing this, and this? And now that we know a little bit about your life, because it's been leaked unintentionally, of course, you're in many ways the same ain't shit dude that you always are condemning. A man will hold him accountable for that. And I don't think that would go very well, because I don't think he would answer anything. He don't answer for anything now, right? He knows the things that are being said about him. He doesn't answer any questions about anything. This man still hasn't answered us why it's been nearly a month since his accounts were supposedly frozen, and he hasn't been into any branch at all to prove his identity and get those accounts unfrozen. He hasn't answered any questions about why is it that for the school account to have been a separate one, and you've known for months by your own admission, at least April, that these fees were due, and you didn't pay the money out of the school account, especially when by your own admission also you collected $1.6 million for the school. He doesn't answer any questions about anything, but he still expects you all to continue to support him financially. And he gets it too. I think that's the thing that's most fascinating about this. He clearly is not being honest and forthcoming and transparent in any way about how the money is being distributed, and keeps asking for money, and he expects y'all to give, and in many cases y'all do. It's only now with this current situation with the 40 grand that he needs to pay, that it really seems like people are finally starting to be like, hey, what's really going on here with the money we be giving you, bruh? I'm gonna leave it there though, you guys. Hit me with a like if you like what I do. Hit me with a sub if you like what I do. And hit me in the comments. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Peace.